Today's Real to Real is brought to you in part by Holy Family Passionist Retreat Center in West Hartford, Connecticut. Join us for a day, evening, or weekend retreat from now through June to nourish your spirit and renew your faith. For more information on men's and women's retreats, visit our website, holyfamilyretreat.org.
Coming up on this edition of Real to Real.
I'm Nick Morganelli, and this is the third grade class at Blessed Sacrament School in Holyoke, and they're gearing up for
Catholic School Week!
Join us as we go into the classroom.
In frigid temperatures, it was a great showing for the March for Life. I'm Carolee McGrath. I'll have the story coming up.
And Steve Kiltonick will tell us all about a special monument celebrating the Franco-American heritage right here in Western Massachusetts. It's all just ahead on this edition of Real to Real. Hello and welcome to Real to Real. It's almost time for one of the most exciting weeks on the academic calendar as Catholic schools here in Western Massachusetts are preparing to mark Catholic Schools Week next week. Blessed Sacrament School in Holyoke is one of 12 elementary and 2 high schools in the diocese ready to celebrate. Nick Morganelli takes us into the classroom in search of the excitement of Catholic education.
Today we remember all of the people who support our Catholic school education and everyone at St. Joan of Arc School, Chicopee. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed.
Blessed Sacrament School in Holyoke serves preschool through 8th grade. Their principal, Mrs. Sue Heverin, is in her 3rd year in this position. However, she has a long history with this small Catholic school. She was not only a former teacher, but also a student.
It is really a privilege for me to work with the staff that I have. They are so dedicated, and as I love to tell families in my weekly newsletter or people who are looking at the school, their children are in the careful embrace of our teachers. They truly live their faith.
That holds true for Jade Brown, a new counselor at the school.
When I first came here, I was just so shocked upon how great the students were, not only just how they behaved, but how friendly they were to me.
This is a mission-driven school, without a doubt. We are founded on Christian values, and you see it every day in the way the staff interacts with each other, and so they're modeling that for our students.
Students up to grade 4 are learning by doing, including setting an altar through the Catechism of the Good Shepherd program. You'll find lots of creative art projects throughout the school and in the classroom. Erin Monahan's class started something new last year. Her students learn how to care for their desk pet they adopt after returning from Christmas break.
Before Christmas vacation, we have an advent calendar. So each child opens one every day, and then we collect them all. When we come back, I have an adoption day, a bunch of fun stuff there, and then they get to choose their pet. They have to promise, that they're going to take care of it and all those good things.
Olivia and Harry are both enjoying this learning experience.
This is my desk pet, and his name is Spot. I think it's gonna start glowing, so I could make it more full, so I can make the desk pet habitat and my desk pet happier. She's a giraffe, and she likes to read like me, and she likes to eat fruits.
Thanks to a recent state grant, the school had the ability to afford a host of upgrades.
We received grant money for the emergency assistance for non-public schools. There were 2 rounds of funding, and in total we received $1.4 million. We tried to spend it wisely, and knowing this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Some of the funding was spent to keep a cleaner, safer environment for the students.
Things to help prevent the spread of a virus, so every classroom has an air purifier.
Ben appreciates the new learning materials.
The new books are very great because we are keeping these clean and making sure they do not get wrecked, and all the stuff that we are learning are updated.
Technology has found its way into this classroom, including these Chromebooks. Emma and Colin are really excited.
But we used it, first of all, to replace and upgrade all of our technology, educational technology. So every classroom got an interactive whiteboard. We had a new computer lab. Every student has a Chromebook. Teachers have new computers. That's new desks, new teachers' desks, storage, different configurations for allowing for flexible seating in classrooms, and truly anything we could think of that would enable teachers to have as many options as possible as they're kind of reimagining teaching.
The students benefit from all the new additions to their school, but it's their teachers that turn smartboards into fun. And that creativity echoes in their very busy Catholic Schools Week plan.
Catholic Schools Week is always a hectic, chaotic, amazing, fun celebration of Catholic education. And so it starts with Sunday. We have our open house after our Catholic Schools Week liturgy here at Blessed Sacrament. Mass at 10:30, and then at 11:30 open house. Everybody is welcome to come and see what's going on here in our school. On Monday, we start with Movie Monday. On Tuesday, we have an author coming to visit. On Wednesday, we have a performing arts program. A group called The Fourth Wall will be doing a performance called Fruit Flies on a Banana. Our local favorite, Freddie Marion, is going to be singing along with the preschoolers and the kindergarten students.
And I'm hearing of a student favorite.
Thursday, we take the entire school bowling, from 3-year-olds up to our 8th graders, and we load up on the buses and go to the bowling alley, spend a couple hours there, and then come back and have a pizza lunch.
And perhaps Friday is a staff favorite.
We treat the teachers to an early dismissal and let the students go home at 11 o'clock, and the teachers, we have a half day.
And the whole school remembers their community as well.
We have a service project that is ongoing throughout the week. This year we are going to be making fleece blankets for veterans.
It's going to be quite a celebration.
Did you read Michael before you sleep?
Having fun and learning. For Real to Real, I'm Nick Morganelli.
Thank you, Nick. And tomorrow morning on the Chalice of Salvation, Blessed Sacrament School will be joining us for a Catholic Schools Week kickoff liturgy. And now to talk more about this exciting week ahead is Superintendent of Catholic Schools, Maria Wagner. Hi, Maria. Thanks for being here on Real to Real.
Thanks, Sharon.
So all of the students, staff, teachers, they've been preparing for Catholic Schools Week, I'm sure, for months now. What is so special about this annual week?
Catholic Schools Week is a great week for all the Catholic schools in our area and throughout the country to celebrate everything that is good about Catholic schools. We have special masses, we celebrate the community that helps out the schools, volunteers, board members, and of course we celebrate the administration, the teachers, the parents, the grandparents, and most important, the students, and everybody who works in the school to help the school be great.
Yeah, and what are some of the things that will be happening in the schools, some of the highlights?
Every school has a different schedule of events, but definitely every school has an open house of some sort. They have masses, they have spirit days where the kids come dressed up in their special colors or favorite teams. They celebrate with the other classes in the grades. They have special breakfasts to honor the volunteers and the parents and the teachers. And of course, the students always have some special thing that the teachers and the principals are going to do for them to celebrate the students in their Catholic schools.
All right, I know our Catholic communications team will be out there capturing these special moments, and we do look forward to visiting schools over the coming week. And for parents and grandparents who are looking for more information on Catholic schools here, where can they get more information?
Definitely go to the school's website. They can also call the school office, and definitely in their Facebook pages usually has the schedule posted on their Facebook page or social media page that the school has. But definitely call the school and ask for information about that specific day. Every day has something in store for somebody that they're honoring in the schools.
Thanks so much, Maria Wagner, Superintendent of Catholic Schools. Have a fabulous week. And we have more information at diospringfield.org. This past Wednesday's below freezing temps did not deter the spirits of Catholic school students and the faithful who participated in the annual Respect Life Mass and March at St. Michael's Cathedral in Springfield. Carolyn McGrath has our story.
Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness.
More than 400 people filled St. Michael's Cathedral in Springfield for the annual Respect Life Mass celebrated by Bishop William Byrne on January 22nd. The local Mass and March for Life that followed commemorated the 52nd anniversary of Roe v. Wade, which legalized abortion on demand in the United States. The U.S. Supreme Court overturned that decision in June of 2022. The ruling did not ban abortion, but rather gives the power back to the states to set their own abortion laws.
So we gather in a long tradition over a half a century old, standing up to give a voice for those who have none.
Even though some schools had to cancel due to a 2-hour delay caused by frigid temperatures, close to 200 students from Catholic schools were in attendance this year, joined by homeschoolers and public school students. In his homily, Bishop Byrne told a story about his friend's mother, who had her 11th baby in her 40s. The baby, named Andy, now an adult, has Down syndrome. He explained that after Andy's birth, 2 of the boys in the family became priests.
And they realized, they said, Andy didn't need us, we needed Andy. And that's the point. We're here because we need every Andy in the world. We need every life is intended by God for a purpose.
The local March for Life is organized each year by Pope Francis Preparatory School in Springfield and Pro-Life of Pioneer Valley.
The Lord called me from birth, from my mother's womb, he gave me my name.
Students from both Pope Francis and St. Mary's High School in Westfield participated in the Mass as lectors and servers.
We're just here to show our love for those baby boys and baby girls.
Pope Francis Sr. Hannah Finelli was part of the music ministry group for the Mass.
I think we need to show that there are many more options and that there are so many resources out there for them and that they're not alone and that we're here for them.
I feel like it's important to be here because every life is important, right? Life is not something you're supposed to throw away. It's supposed to be something you're supposed to savor and to cherish. It's something special.
Following the Mass, about 100 people, led by Pope Francis and St. Mary's students, marched down to City Hall, where Bishop Byrne led them in prayer. Because of the cold, many people, including the younger students, stayed behind in the cathedral to pray the rosary. Obviously, this is a movement of love, sacrificial love. If you have all of these people willing to witness here in 13-degree weather, you know that this is a movement about love. Love of the babies, love of their moms and dads, and love of neighbor. Father Dan Pekalik is the director of pro-life activities and the pastor of Our Lady of the Blessed Sacrament Parish in Westfield.
We want people to know that we uphold the life of the child and moms, and there's things we are doing to support moms who find themselves expecting a child. Many of our pregnancy resource centers offer beautiful services, supplies, helps to moms to understand that it can work. When they think that there's no hope, there is hope.
Representatives from pregnancy care centers were also in attendance, including Clearway Clinic in Springfield.
We offer free medical grade testing, ultrasounds, STI testing, and lots of community resources. We are a medical clinic, and so our patients can meet with a nurse and ask any questions they want and really get all the information they need.
Following the march, the crowd gathered inside the Bishop Marshall Center for lunch, paid for by Pro-Life of Pioneer Valley. The pro-life event is ecumenical. Pastor Constant Cooley of the United Temple Church of God in Christ in Springfield joins each year and for other pro-life events.
It's great for especially the church to be united in the effort for life, because Jesus is life. He said, I'm the way, the truth, and the life, and if we don't stand up for it, who's going to?
The Father's arms are open.
It's clear that these young people are willing to stand up and are willing to be a loving, courageous voice for life.
The precious blood of Jesus Christ.
Reporting for Reel to Reel in Springfield, I'm Carolee McGrath.
Thanks, Carolee. What an amazing turnout in what was a very, very cold day. And we have more for you on this edition of Reel to Reel. Steve Kiltonick will have the story of a new monument celebrating the Franco-American culture right here in Western Massachusetts. And Carolee McGrath returns with a preview of the annual youth rally coming up just 2 weeks from today. It's all still ahead on Reel to Reel.
Today's Reel to Reel is brought to you in part by Holy Family Passionist Retreat Center in West Hartford, Connecticut. Join us for a day, evening, or weekend retreat from now through June to nourish your spirit and renew your faith. For more information on men's and women's retreats, visit our website, holyfamilyretreat.org.
Like Catholic TV on Facebook. Once you're there, you can join in on discussions, make friends with other Catholic TV fans, watch behind-the-scenes videos from the studio,
just finished this
and stay up to date with the Catholic world. All this at facebook.com/CatholicTV.
February 8th, 2025, join middle to high school youth from across the diocese for a special youth rally called The Path That Leads to You, featuring America's youngest bishop, national youth speaker, and rapper Bishop Joseph Espaillat. The youth rally is run by the Diocesan Youth Ambassadors, a group of high school youth from across the diocese who have been working together for nearly a year to put the creative event together. It will feature exciting games, live music, talks, and Eucharistic adoration. The February 8th event will take place at Pope Francis Prep High School in Springfield from 5:30 to 9 p.m. New this year, a special fun zone will open at 4 p.m. with games and concessions. For more information or to register, go to westernmasscatholic.org/youth-rally.
Hey, let's go!
You're invited!
Celebrate Jubilee Year 2025 through a very special Catholic Communications July pilgrimage to Italy and Rome. Join pilgrimage leader Father Gary Daly for this 11-day spiritual journey, July 6th to the 17th. That will include visits to Assisi, Orvieto, Loreto, Lanciano, San Giovanni Rotondo, Mont Sant'Angelo, Pompeii, Sorrento, and Capri, concluding with Rome, where pilgrims will have the opportunity to pass through the holy doors and gain a plenary indulgence. Space is limited. More information can be found at the Jubilee website at diospringfield.org or call 413-452-0643. Don't miss out on this very special spiritual opportunity.
I always had a love for cooking. I just love being able to make these meals for them. They feel special because you remember what they like. It's such a good feeling. I love being with the residents. This is a place where I would want my mom and dad to be. Call today.
Over the last 150 years, Franco-Americans have made many contributions to the heritage, culture, and fabric of cities and towns across Western Massachusetts and throughout New England. Last fall, their accomplishments and joie de vivre spirit were recognized with a new monument that stands in the heart of Chicopee's French community. Steve Kiltonick shares with us that story.
On October 27th,
members of the French Canadian and Franco-American communities gathered in Chicopee for the dedication of a new and much anticipated French monument. The day was the culmination of a dream come true for all French Canadians, but was especially gratifying for Marie Preux-Meter.
We are gathered here today to celebrate and embrace the rich heritage of our forefathers. This is a day for reflection, recognition, and deep gratitude to our ancestors. Hardworking, religious, skilled, determined. These are words often used to describe Franco-Americans. Our ancestors gave us tourtière, maple syrup, hockey, and a beautiful musical French language.
For the past 20 years, Marie has been at the forefront in achieving recognition for the French community. In 2010, she and other parishioners of the former Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary Parish established the French Heritage Center. Marie served as its director for 5 years and contributed to Building a Better Life, the French Canadians in Western Massachusetts, and was the author of Growing Up French, a collection of interviews with Franco-Americans. The center's primary goal was to provide authentic French Canadian events. For 5 years, Assumption Hall was filled with various musicians, lecturers, and other individuals promoting French heritage. One of the entertainers was the French recording artist José Vachon.
Elle a tellement bien compris ce qu'il disait qu'elle ne le quitte plus jamais.
The center's second goal was to raise the Quebec flag at City Hall in Chicopee. In 2022, Marie and her sister Jean Preux-Hebert spearheaded that event, which has become a yearly event celebrating French culture. The center's third and final goal was to erect a Franco-American monument in Aldenville, also called Le Petit Canada, which has served as the hub of the French immigrant community for generations. Aldenville Commons, which fronts Grattan Street, was selected for its location and high visibility.
They changed the landscape of Chicopee, Holyoke, Western Mass, and New England by building some of the most magnificent churches, including my beloved Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary. So for the past 15 months since the closing, which was the catalyst for the monument, we had the funds in the bank from the French Heritage Center that we had from people attending events, donating money in memory of loved ones, volunteering, and what better way to spend it than have this magnificent monument.
The custom-made monument was carved in India, engraved in Vermont, and its fleur-de-lis design is symbolic of the French presence in Quebec. The 3 closed French parishes in Chicopee are memorialized at the base of the monument, along with St. Rose de Lima, the only remaining French parish. The monument pays tribute to the contributions, accomplishments, and joie de vivre spirit of the French Canadians.
The event is a great point of pride and heritage of the Franco-American communities here in Chicopee and certainly beyond Chicopee. As they say in Canada, je me souviens, I remember.
Father Bill Turigny, now retired, served 22 years as pastor of St. Rose de Lima Parish in Aldenville.
It's a great way to memorialize the great gifts that the Franco-Americans brought to this country. They were able to build schools, build churches, build convents, and to build communities where they brought their talents from plumbing to sheetrock to painting. The entrepreneurial spirit that they had, underlying it all was the great faith that they brought to this country.
As pastor, Father Turigny celebrated many masses in French.
It was always nice to have that comforting word that they grew up with, and people from Canada still come down for some of these French funerals. And for them just to hear Mass in French in this country gives them great comfort and solace.
The guest speaker was author Dennis Ledoux, who drove down from Lewiston, Maine.
I've done this for years to promote Franco culture, promote my books, promote my work. So it's a pleasure to do it. It's work in a way, but in another way, it's just who I am.
Ledoux read various passages from his book, French Boy, about his life growing up in Maine.
In the summer, I would sometimes go with my Meme and Billy and Claire for a walk up Route 9. That was in front of our house.
I wanted to be sure that the experience of my generation as a Franco-American was recorded and that future generations would have a sense of what it was like to be me, but not really me, but to be of my generation.
After the monument unveiling, Father Turini gave the blessing.
May this monument, born of love and hard work, be a constant reminder to all who gaze upon it, will remember the great history and innumerable contributions inspired by faith of the Franco-American people.
The dedication concluded with Father Turini leading attendees in the singing of the American and Canadian national anthems. For Real to Real, I'm Steve Kiltonic.
The Office of Youth Ministry for the Diocese of Springfield is sponsoring the 3rd annual Youth Rally coming up in just 2 weeks on February 8th. All middle and high school age youth from throughout Western Massachusetts are invited to attend. Carolyn McGrath returns now with a preview.
The band is warming up for February 8th's youth rally, The Path That Leads to You. The Diocesan Youth Leadership Team is making this happen once again. Why should your kids go?
So we have,
Are you actually recording?
We have the games, speakers,
music.
Jesus. Jesus will be there. Jesus will be there. I like that. Okay, so we are 3.
Adoration, confession.
Well, that's Jesus.
But like they gotta know like what Jesus, like like what kind of Jesus.
What Jesus?
Yeah, like what kind of Jesus.
No, I don't think that's that. Okay.
Okay.
Are we doing high fives between each one?
Sure.
I like it.
The youth rally will be similar to last year's format, but will be held once again at Pope Francis Prep in Springfield. And they're bringing in another big-name speaker.
So my name is Bishop Joseph Armando Espaillat II of the Archdiocese of New York, now Auxiliary Bishop of the Archdiocese of New York.
Name one other bishop you know with them J's.
Bishop Espaillat hosts a podcast, Sainthood in the City. He's the youngest bishop in the U.S. and is known as the rapping priest.
There's gonna be the bishop.
The bishop?
Yeah.
No way. I love that.
All the way from New York?
New York?
Yeah. He raps.
Rapping?
Yep.
Rapping bishops?
Oh my gosh.
Like an uns.
Yep.
You should go to the rally. Uns. I like
exactly.
it.
There's gonna be like skits.
Skits? Give me that.
Boom.
Oh, yeah.
There's gonna be a horse or something like that.
A horse?
Maybe like a horse. I don't know.
Like a nene horse?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, so no horse at the rally, but games and witness talks. The youth team, which recently hosted the Advent Retreat and hosted 2 previous youth rallies, is made up of high school students who love the Lord and want to share that love with others. So, of course, Eucharistic adoration and a procession will be a highlight of the event, as it is every year. The youth rally is a great preview for the Steubenville East Conference, which will be held in Springfield in July. And it's a chance for teens to recognize that following Jesus brings joy and a lot of laughs.
Hey, Maddie. Are you going to the rally?
What rally?
The rally that the youth team is putting on. What's the date?
Well, it's February 8th. Don't worry, Emmy. We've got you.
Hope to see you there. February 8th, Pope Francis Prep.
Sign up today at Western Mass Catholic. Reporting for Real to Real in Springfield, I'm Carolee McGrath.
So much happening with young people here in Western Massachusetts. It's great to see. And for this week, that's Real to Real. Be sure to follow the latest news of the Catholic Church both here in Western Massachusetts and around the world on our news and information website, iobserve.org. There you will find articles prepared by our Catholic Communications reporting team and our partners at Our Sunday Visitor. That's iobserve.org, and we are also on Facebook, so follow us there at Catholic Communications. I will see you at this same time next week for another edition of Real to Real, your window on the world around you. Enjoy your week.
Real to Real is a production of the Catholic Communications Corporation, funded in part by the annual Catholic Appeal, and the support of you, our faithful viewers.